Isabella. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're brand new. Today I'm going to be doing a beauty room tour. Actually, this is just a makeup collection tour. If you want like a full studio tour, I'll be more than happy to do that because we're not going to show you what's over there, but I have a big studio all the way over there. So if you guys want to see the makeup collection of a 17-year-old, then keep watching because you might be shocked. Alright, so right over here on the top right corner of my desk, I just have a brush holder. Actually, this is like a tray from Home Goods, and I have these little IKEA things that hold on my brushes. I have blush, bronzer, highlight, contour, eyeshadow, and foundation. I have my favorite Sephora collection brush cleaner that I use every single day, but my deep brush cleaner is back here, and it's by Cinema Secrets. And next up beside that, I just have a candle depending on what the season is, and then my Clarisonic with the massage head. This is the Mia Fit 2, but I'm able to change the brush head. So over here, I have an Impressions Vanity mirror. Obviously, it's by Impressions Vanity, and I just keep this little thing I found. I think I got this at TJ Maxx for $3, and I just keep my big powder brushes right here in the middle because I tend to use those every single day. And this is just my favorite part of my vanity. Like, the mirror just says it all. And then moving over here, I have two Impressions Vanity mirrors. This one my cousin got for me for my birthday, but this one I bought myself from Home Goods. And then back here I have all of the Jeffree Star liquid lips that are just like limited edition. I use this mirror when I travel, and then I use this one like every single day, and this one every single day as well. Okay, and then obviously my actual vanity is from IKEA, and I have two of the Alex 5s with the tabletop, and then I have the Alex 9s, and then these two right here are from Michaels, and they are just for anything, but obviously I use them for makeup. Okay, so getting into the makeup over here, obviously this is the Alex 5. So on the top drawer, I just like to keep my skincare. I have some La Henderson skincare, which is like my favorite skincare brand right now. Makeup wipes, some beauty tools back here, my Nurse Jamie little facial roller, and my favorite stuff to take off my makeup, which is this simple micellar water. And I also have a couple sleep masks that I like to use every other night. Alright, so moving on to the drawer below it, I have all my powders. So I have my translucent ones over here, like my go-tos. And then I have more translucent ones, and then all my pressed ones. My favorite like translucent ones right now have to be the Huda Beauty, the Laura Mercier, and then the Too Faced. And then in the middle, I just have some of the Laura Mercier, like her mineral ones, so they like make your face, you know, bright and fun. And then my favorite pressed powders are the Charlotte Tilbury powders. I have shade 1 and 2. And then I also really love the KKW powder for my under eyes. So I just kind of keep everything in here that like has to do with setting my face and not adding a lot of color to it. Okay, and then the drawer below it, I have my foundations, which is one of my favorite drawers. Now, what you are seeing in here is everything I use. I don't keep foundations that I don't use. So obviously my favorite one is the NARS, Laura Mercier, Giorgio Armani, Makeup Forever, Bobbi Brown, and the Too Faced, and obviously CoverGirl. In here, I just have a couple samples that I've been wanting to try out, and my favorite NYX Pro mixer. So like when I'm really light, I like to make my foundation darker and not get like another bottle. So I just mix a little bit of this in there with the olive undertone because your girl is Persian and we got the olive undertone. I have my favorite L'Oreal CoverGirl 24 Hour, and then my all-time favorite Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, which is normally what I use on a daily basis if I don't want to wear actual foundation. But yeah, like I said, everything in here is everything that I use. I don't keep foundations and concealers that I don't use because those are like a big thing to me in makeup. So everything you see in here is something I am die hard for. I don't play games. Alright, and this next drawer is a little bit bigger. It has my primers, and I believe in priming. I know some people are like, oh, I don't prime, and I'm like, why? Like, why don't you prime? So in here I have some of my favorites. I love the Bobbi Brown Enriched Face Base. I use this every single day. I am obsessed with Smashbox Primerizer. I love me some Farsali. And then on like an everyday basis, when I just wear tinted moisturizer, I just use this one. This is my favorite every single day primer. It's the Bobbi Brown Primer Plus Protection Broad Spectrum SPF 50, so it keeps you protected and also smooths texture as well. And then obviously I have a lot more favorites in here, but this is just my favorite, one of my favorite drawers because I have matte primers, glowy primers. Literally, you need a primer, come shop with me, they're on sale. Okay, and then this last drawer down here is what I use for my hair. So it's more like dry shampoo, oils, some hairbrushes are in here too. But it is this very last drawer down here. Don't get mad at me, it's a little messy, but this is how I know how to use it. So I have some dry shampoo in here. Batiste is definitely my favorite brand. Orbe Texture Spray is my favorite. I'm almost out, so I have another bottle waiting for me down there. I have some hairbrushes. This one's from Sephora collection. This is the wet brush. And then I have been loving this John Frieda Frizzies. I use this when my hair is wet out of the shower, from like halfway down to the end of my split ends, and it just kind of helps my hair just be all around healthier. So I've been loving this lately. And then I just have some of my favorite oils. So Kiehl's oil is one of my favorites. Orbe is one of my favorites. So yeah, this is one of my favorite drawers because as much as I love makeup, I also love to do my hair and to make it look healthy and glowy, and that's also another favorite of mine to do. So I love my hair drawer a lot. Okay, and my chair, I forgot to say where I got it from. It's from IKEA, but I have this little throw over it because it's just kind of softer. And my chair is really gross because I get makeup all over it, so it kind of covers up the stain. Alright, so now we're moving on to the left side of my Alex 5 drawers. So this is my concealer drawer, and I also keep my sponges in here. So I have the Juno & Co sponge, my favorite Black Beauty blender, and then I have my favorite concealers. Like I said, I don't keep concealers that I don't like. So all of these concealers you're seeing are concealers I am obsessed with. I love the Huda Beauty, Laura Mercier, NARS. I am obsessed with the Too Faced Born This Way one, and the Jouer one is also really good. And then back here, I just have concealers that I don't really use a lot. Like, I'm not a big fan of Tarte Shape Tape, but somehow, for some reason, I still hold on to it. And then I don't color correct either, but I still keep them. And now we're gonna move on to this drawer, and this one is my eyebrows, my tools, my liners, and my mascaras. It's kind of just like my my junk drawer. So up in this corner right here, I have my brow gels. So some of my favorites are the Sephora collection brow gel, the I almost forgot what I was saying. The Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then Pixie by Petra is another good one. And then the Gimme Brow by Benefit. Beside this, I have all my brow pencils. So for my everyday brow pencils, I like to use Anastasia Beverly Hills, but my favorite one to this day is the Maybelline Total Temptation one. And then over here, I keep my mascaras, and then I keep my one liner. It's the Marc Jacobs Blacker liner because I always lose this if it's in my little liner compartment. So I like to keep it with my mascaras because I never lose the one that's with mascaras. Alright, so next up over here, I keep my tools. So I keep my little face shaver, my tweezers, I keep my little, I don't even use this because it scares me, but it's for your eyelashes. And I keep my Sephora collection little thing to pinch my eyelashes together once I'm done putting my lashes on, and some blotting sheets. Beside of that, I keep my Benefit Cabral and my Anastasia pomade. And beside that, I keep my Anastasia brow powder. I didn't know what I was saying for a second. And then my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. And this little compartment up here, I keep my eyeshadow primer. So my favorite P. Louise eyeshadow base. And then I have the NYX glitter primer. Alright, and now moving on to the next drawer. So in this one, I have all of my eyeshadow palettes, my everyday eyeshadow palettes. These are actually like my medium size and regular size eyeshadow palettes. So these are my Natasha Denona's. I have her Safari, the Lila, I have Sunset, and then I have my favorite gold palette back here. And then in front of that, I keep all my Anastasia palettes. So I have Sultry, Soft Glam, Modern Renaissance, and then I have the amazing Norvina palette, which is just everything I've ever wanted. In front of those, I have two of the Too Faced palettes. I have the Gingerbread palette, which is literally such a good palette, and then my Chocolate Gold palette as well. And then I have my One Pat McGrath palette, which is so pretty. And then in front of that, I have my favorite Cult Mystere palette from Bad Habit Beauty and Shop Hush. It's definitely one of my favorite brands. This is the Cult Mania, and it looks something like that. And then I have the Mystere one as well. Next up, I have Desi and Dose of Colors with KD eyeshadow palette, which I really do love. I have my Jeffree Star Thirsty palette, which I don't use. I'm about to just give this to somebody because I don't. The formula is nice and all, but I don't reach for these colors. But I do love my Blood Sugar palette from Jeffree. And then my favorite right now is the Huda Beauty new nude palette. I did a review on this palette, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's just everything I've been reaching for lately. It's so good. And then on this next row, which is technically the first row, I have my new favorite Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. I've been using this one a lot lately. It's literally a gorgeous palette. Like, how pretty. I have my Sephora collection and Z palette little palette. I don't have many colors in there, so that's kind of irrelevant. I have my Storybook Cosmetics and my Mean Girl palette right here, which is one of my first reviews I ever did on my channel. I also have the Master palette by Mario and Anastasia, which is iconic because it's not sold anymore. I also have the Kim Kardashian and Mario palette too. I have one of my favorite palettes right here, and it's the Alamar Cosmetics palette, Huda Beauty Desert Dusk, and then my two amazing Kristen Dominique palettes. I just recently got this one at Sephora, and I have been so in love with it. I did an Instagram video, and it's just such a good palette. And then I have her Latte palette as well. And then below this, I have my three humongous eyeshadow palettes. So I have the Kat Von D Metal palette, which I don't even like the formula of this palette. I just like the format. And then I have the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette, and it looks like this. It's super pretty. And then I have my current obsession right now, and it's the Morphe and James Charles palette, which y'all probably didn't even know they did a collab. I'm totally kidding. But it looks like this. It's just such a gorgeous palette. And then on the last drawer, I just have my hair tools. So I have my Amika flat iron, my dry bar, my Babyliss, and then my other flat iron is in my luggage because I just got back from a trip. And then in this little compartment right here from Audrey Hepburn, I have all of my scrunchies. I love scrunchies so much, y'all. I got these for Christmas this year, and they are just some of my favorites. These are all from Urban Outfitters, like most of these. Alright, so this is my Alex 9, and it's so so big. It carries so much makeup. On top of it, I just have my perfume. I'm not going to do a perfume collection, but if y'all want to see a perfume collection video, let me know. I love perfume so much, so I'd be more than happy to do that for you guys. I have a lot of good recommendations, but the first drawer at the top is just my blush palette drawer. So I have a bunch of NARS palettes. I have my favorite Sephora collection strobe highlight palette, some Natasha Denona, some Morphe, my all-time favorite Jouer blush duos. They're so good, and then a couple other brands in that. This next drawer is going to be my contour palettes and cream contour stick. So I really do love the KKW Beauty ones. And then I absolutely love the KKW Beauty palette. It's like so good. And I have a couple others back there. And then moving on to the next drawer, I have all of my single bronzers and my single blushes. So over here, I have some of my favorites. I have a bunch of the Tarte ones. I absolutely love MAC blushes. My all-time favorite, NARS Orgasm, which I use every single day of my life. And then some of my cream blushes are back here. Right over here, I have some of my single bronzers. So a lot of my favorites are in here. My NARS Laguna, which is totally just damaged. I have my Hourglass, my Chanel, and then a couple of the Marc Jacobs. And this is one of my favorite drawers because I love doing bronzer. And then the next drawer is just kind of scattered. I have some single highlighters on here, some highlight palettes, and then these are just highlighters that don't fit in this thing. So over here I have some Bobbi Brown, some Jeffree Star, the limited edition MAC one with Mariah Carey, Ofra, and then my Natasha Denona Super Glow, which is so pretty. And here I have some on Resi, the new Artist Couture ones, NARS, Best of Colors, Pixie, and a lot more. And then some of my highlight palettes in here are Bobbi Brown. I have two Bobbi Brown ones in here, Hourglass, and then Kylie Cosmetics Stormy. And then moving on to the one below that, if that wasn't enough highlighters, so here is another drawer. This has some more highlight palettes, and then these have most of my liquid highlighters. So I have some liquid highlighters over here. Some stick highlighters from Hourglass, Cosrx X, the Artist Couture ones. This is in the shade Illuminati. And then I have some highlight palettes over here like Pat McGrath, Charlotte Tilbury, Kevyn Aucoin, and Becca. And if that wasn't enough, I have another highlight drawer. So these are my highlight palettes. I have some Anastasia palettes. So I have the Nicole Guerrero, I have Sunkissed, I have Glow. Wait, this is the Sugar Glow kit. I have the Jeffree Star. I have my current favorite, which is the Bad Habit and Crystal Palace one. Oh my gosh, this one's so good. I have the new Olivia Jade one, which I've been loving a lot lately. Some Jeffree Star and Laura Mercier. These are just my favorite highlight palettes. Below this drawer, I have my face palette. So I have some Bobbi Brown, Hourglass. They're yearly ones. My go-to NARS Orgasm Infatuation palette. I love this one. And then another favorite face palette of mine is the Becca and Chrissy Teigen. And then this drawer is fully empty. And then this drawer has my extra makeup wipes and my extra little cotton pads. I feel like that's been so long.
We still have all of
this. So much. Alright, we're gonna go through this very quickly. So up here I just have some iconic boxes. I've heard that you can sell these on Poshmark and people will literally buy them. So I've kept them from my KKW stuff. But the first drawer is just these little eyeshadows from Cosmic Beauty. I have some of the new Huda Beauty. What are these even called? Metal melted shadows. My Kim Kardashian Ultra Light Beam. So these are just like my singles, and then I have Stila in here as well. Next up, this is one of my favorite drawers. It is my nude lip drawer. So over here in this compartment, I have my every single day ones that I go for that I always lose if they're in here, so I put them in here. I have NARS, Kylie, Kim, like literally Patrick Star. I have so much nude stuff in here. This next drawer, I have some different liquid lips. So these are pink, these are my reds, and these are my fun colors. And all of these compartments are from Dollar Tree as well. This next drawer, I have, ooh, that was a little messed up. And this next drawer, I have some Jeffree Star lip scrubs, which I like. I have my lip treatments in here. So my Algenist Collagen one, which I'm obsessed with. My NARS Orgasm one, which is really pretty for every day. I have some Aquaphor, some Kapari, and my Sephora collection lip scrubby. And here are all my lip liners, but my current favorite one is NYX. It's the Toasted Truffle, I think. No, it's called Nude Truffle. And then I currently love using the Butter Gloss in Madeline. This is just my favorite lip combo. And then these are all my darker lips. Alright, so this next drawer, I just have some Pat McGrath 2018 Holiday Collection palettes, some Bobbi Brown, some Too Faced, some regular Bobbi Brown palettes, and a couple more back here, some drugstore ones. These are like my smaller palettes. Next up, I have a lot of the Huda Beauty mini palettes. So these are like the Gemstones and the Obsession palettes, and I have a couple of Violet Voss. A lot of my NARS are in here, my Jouer, and I Love Study and Dose of Colors, and then my Tarte. Next up, I have a lot of my MAC ones. I really do love these MAC ones, and then I have a ton of my Natasha Denona ones. And then in this drawer, I just have some sprays. So I have my Pixie, the MAC Fix Plus. Like, honestly, this is a ton of MAC Fix Plus. And then I have some Urban Decay, and then the Nicole Concilio and Smashbox. And then I have some more sprays. My favorite is the Bobbi Brown Primer Hydrating one. And then Urban Decay All-Nighter, of course, that is just a go-to. And I've also been loving the Sephora collection one. It's called the Beauty Amplifier. This one is so good. And then boom, the last drawer is going to be my lashes, which is one of my favorite drawers. I just learned how to fully apply lashes, so now I've just been obsessed. I have some of my lash glues in here too, but I just got these sent to me in PR from Bad Habit Beauty. My favorite lashes right now are the House of Lashes Sophia lashes. They're so good. I just picked these up from Sephora, but they are the Sephora collection lash stories, and this is in the style Festival Love. Y'all can tell I'm obsessed with Sephora collection. I love their products, and my favorite lash glue is Sephora collection. It does not bother my eyes, and that's why I love it. Alright, you guys, so that is all my makeup. I know it's a ton. Seriously, it's overwhelming, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was highly requested. I've been having requests to do it for like over a year. I just never planned it out, but it's here and I delivered it. Let me know down below what kind of makeup you guys have, and you guys have some similar makeup to me. And by the way, this one over here just has some glasses at the top and some restock. Not really a ton of makeup. That's why I didn't really show that one. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Gloria gang if you are new here. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Holy moly.